Welcome again to Joe Stunner Boxing. Let's talk about Carl Froch, because he came out swinging against John Fury, big John Fury, the Ard Broadman, or whatever the hell he calls himself. I don't mean literally, he didn't come out swinging literally, he verbally. Froch sort of replied to John Fury's onslaught, verbal onslaught. I did a video about this a day or two ago. Basically, Carl, if you don't know the story, Carl was kind of scathing about Tyson Fury's resume, said it was thin, not a lot on it, broke it down. And in my video, I said, look, I think Carl's being a bit harsh, because I do think Fury's resume is thin, but the big wins that he's got, which are over Wilder twice, 3 times it should be, and Klitschko are actually really good wins. I just think it lacks depth. And don't forget, Fury has won his titles on the road as well, which I always think is a big deal. Being a proper road man, going to Dusseldorf, beating a guy who wasn't defeated for 10 years, going to America, beating another undefeated guy who was considered to be, a huge hitter. I don't think you can overlook Fury's achievements, but there isn't after that couple. You're talking a big dip in the quality of the opposition. And John Fury went into one, started slagging Froch off, called him a shithouse and all this sort of thing, kick his ass and all playground stuff. And Froch came back and basically laughed at him and said, you ain't kicking anyone's ass, I'll kick your ass. And he said, at one point, which I thought was kind of funny, he said, look, John, he said, since you come out of the Nick, you haven't even had a fight, mate. And we all know what you did when Mickey Theo wanted to have a row with you. And he kind of goaded John almost, took the piss. But interestingly, towards the end, he said, look, John, let's just hug it out, mate. Let's just have it, let's just be adults about this. And I did get the impression that Carl he made that video to sort of make fun of John. He actually compared his resume to Tyson Fury's, obviously very different weights, but he was saying, Fury has beaten 4 world champs, and he listed them as Steve Cunningham, who was a 37-year-old cruiserweight, basically, and floored Fury along the way. Wilder, Klitschko, who was old, in Froch's opinion, was old. Well, just because you're old doesn't mean you're no good. I mean, Klitschko, no one else has managed to beat Klitschko for 10 years. So again, I think Carl is being a little unkind about Fury's resume. But this particular video, he wanted to just turn the screw, so to speak, and kind of rinse Fury Senior a little bit more. But like I say, at the end of the video, he did say, look, come on, let's just hug it out. Let's just shake hands, we'll have a hug, and we'll be friends. And I think that's the thing to do. I mean, when all is said and done, Carl Froch is a pundit. People ask him questions. It's not personal. He's just giving his opinion. And you know what? I mean, I've just disagreed with his opinion. I've just said I think he's too harsh on Fury's track record. But who cares? I mean, who gives a damn? Who cares? Why would John Fury or Tyson Fury care what Carl Froch has got to say? They would just say, okay, you've got your opinion, I don't agree. Who gives a fuck, It's like when people slag this channel off. I don't give a fuck, You're the one watching it. Don't watch it if you don't want to watch it. I don't lose sleep over it, and there are too many people who are way too sensitive these days. They're too infantile. It's all, he called me something on the internet. I'm gonna get you back. I'm gonna really make you look. This is why I've always despised Twitter, because it's like a bog wall, with people writing rude words on it, and except that you're putting it out to the whole world. But it's got that level of wit. It's got that level of intellect. A fucking bog wall, load of graffiti on a bog wall. That's what I think of when I think of Twitter. But yeah, why would anyone care what Carl Froch thinks of anything? You might value his opinion. You might think, as a non-combatant, as someone who listens, who likes boxing and listens to everyone, watches interviews with just about everyone, apart from Gareth A. Davies. It's best to just keep an open mind and say, okay, yeah, if someone's being objective, you think, okay, yeah, all right, maybe I don't really agree with that, but maybe he's got a point. because that's how you learn. That's called being an adult. That's called debate. Not slagging each other off, not hating, as is the big word, the overused and abused word, hating. It's called debate. You have a debate, and if you're open-minded and someone makes a good point, you'll say, oh, okay, yeah, fair enough, you got a point there. But most people don't seem to want to do that nowadays, and I think John Fury takes everything so personal. So does Tyson. Well, I don't know about Tyson. Tyson just, I don't know what to think of him. I don't think even Tyson knows half the time what he's talking about or what he even thinks. One minute he's making fun of people, next minute he's being very aggressive and very serious, next minute he's just trolling. John's only got one gear, and that's trolling. That's getting upset, taking things seriously. He's got way too much of a thick. He's got way too much of a thin skin and a thick head, and he just doesn't. He doesn't let things slide when there's no reason to get het up about things, But anyway, I just thought I'd mention that. Go and have a look at that Froch interview. It's on his channel, his YouTube channel. And his missus, I think she's she's interviewing him. She asks a few questions and mentions a few things that John has said, and Carl retorts to it. But have a look, see what you think, and leave your comments below. As always, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. And thanks for your time. I'll hit the like button as well. I keep saying this, they count them. I still don't know why. Anyway, catch you later. See you later. Bye.